Tigers.
Welcome back to Tartt Field.
Leading off
We're about to get underway here for Game 3 of the 3-game series. The first game of the afternoon saw the Tigers fall to the Argonauts 6-3. 6 runs on 9 hits and an error for the Argos. 3 runs on 13 hits and an error for West Alabama. Jake Nemith was able to drive one out of the yard. We had several Tigers that had multiple hits. Gavin Rogers went 4 for 5. Vogler, Nemith, and Lyman each had 2 knocks of their own. And it just wasn't enough. Getting the win was Sal Farrow. He moved to 3-0 on the year. Brenton Thiels was saddled with the loss, and he falls to 2-2. And as we get ready to go to work here in game number 3, game 2 of the afternoon, Dean Holtz will play left field for the Argos. Jaden Fryman will be in center, Chris Johnson in right. Cullen O'Shea at first base, Preston Moore at second, Trent Jeffcoat at short, Alden Davis at third base. Travis Gregory will do the catching. And the starter for the Argos will be Tyler Dowdy. West Alabama defensively from left to right in the outfield. Colton Peeples will play left. Kyle Vogler is center. And Braden Lyman will play right field. Jake Nemeth will be at third base. Braxton Bullard will handle the shortstop duties. And Houston Kitterman will be at second base. Gavin Rogers over at first. Jonathan Thibodeau will be behind the plate. And Peyton Warren, they call him Pinball. He'll be on the bump for West Alabama. Doing the DHing will be Josh Bauer. As we're just a short bit away from getting this game underway. West Alabama would love to be able to figure out a way to get a win in this third game of the series. Behind the plate, doing the umpiring will be Gary Haynes. Over at first base will be Ryan McCraney. And the third base umpire, Patrick McMorris, he had the dish in game number 1. Thibodeau fires it down. And that means we're ready to get rolling.
Trent Jeffcoat.
Ready to get rolling here in game number 3. And leading off for the Argos will be the shortstop, Trent Jeffcoat. Jeffcoat, a left-handed hitter. As he steps in. Had 1 hit in the first game. A 6-3 win. Pinball gets the sign he likes and winds and deals. That one just missed on the outside corner. Pinball on the year. Leads the team in innings pitched. 30 1/3 innings pitched. 5.64 ERA as Jeffcoat hits a screamer at Bullard. Kind of fisted him right there. Bullard wasn't able to make the play as Jeffcoat's aboard. On the air by the shortstop.
Number 13, Cullen O'Shea.
This will be Pinball's 6th start of the year. Looks like a generous hit right there. Given by the official scorer. I mean, I know it was hit sharply, but you either make the play or you don't. That'll bring to the plate Cullen O'Shea, the first baseman. Pinball from the stretch. First pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. Beautiful day at the yard. A lot of folks here enjoying it. My name's Will Atkinson with the play-by-play. Daniel Tully here working the live stream. Appreciate his hard work and all that goes with that. Thanks for joining us. If you can't make it out, we appreciate the fact that you're tuning in. Sometimes via the YouTube, sometimes on Sly 1049. The 0-1 pitch hit sharply through the right side That one will get through for a base hit. So back-to-back knocks for the Argos. 2 aboard. No outs here in the top of the first inning. Warren on the year. 30 and a third innings pitched, 23 strikeouts, 285 batting average against. He's only walked 6, Pitched 1 complete game, got the win there, 1-4 record. As Alden Davis will come to the plate for the Argos. Warren, the grad senior from Brentwood, Tennessee. He leans in and gets the signs from Thibodeau. He sits there right at the chin. Davis showed bunt and thought better of it. As Coach Mike Jeffcoat looks like he, at least considering, a little small ball there. A ball and no strikes to the 3-hole hitter. He shows bunt again, and it'll be bunted to the third base side. Warren's off for the mound, and he fields his position well and fires it out. That'll go 1-3 for the first out of the inning on the sacrifice.
Number 20, Jaden Fryman.
And that'll bring to the plate the center fielder, Jaden Fryman. Fryman's been a hard out all day long. Went 3 for 4 in the first game. Had a double and a couple of singles as he's hitting in the cleanup spot here in this second game of the doubleheader. Pinball deals, and that one's going to be a little tall outside the strike zone. Folks still continuing to come out and enjoy some baseball. The 1-0 pitch from Pinball misses outside. Had the opportunity to visit with Josh Bauer's dad in between the games. Meet his little brother. They made the trip. I appreciate them tuning in when they can't make the trip. The 2-0 pitch to Davis. Check swing. Did he go? He said no. That's a really tough one to call from out there in the middle of the infield when the first base umpire has to cover the middle of the field there. So 3-0 the count. 1 out and 2 aboard. That one's going to be in there for a called strike. Innings started off with back-to-back singles and a sac bunt. Put him at second and third. For the first out, Jaden Fryman's up. The called strike. 3 balls and a strike to the right-handed hitting Fryman. 3-1 on the way. That's going to be lifted into center field. Giving chase is Vogler. He'll be able to get that one in. He fires to third, holding the runner at second. But that'll play to run. F7 with a sac fly for the second out of the inning. The Argos strike first as they've got 2 outs and a runner aboard at second. And now batting is the second baseman, Preston Moore. Moore went 1 for 4 in the game 1 today. He steps in with a runner at second. That's O'Shea. He got on by the base hit. Put into scoring position on the sac bunt. Moore takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. And I just felt like we buzzed through 9 innings in game number 1. It seemed like it went pretty fast. Pinball sets just about the chin there. Gobbled up at third base is Nemith. He fires across the diamond and records the out. That ball was sharply hit by Moore But Nemith was able to make the play and fired across the diamond. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, and they strand one. After half an inning, West Florida 1, West Alabama 0. Welcome back to Tartt Field. Bottom of the first inning, West Alabama trailing West Florida 1-0. On the hill for the Argos, number 29. That's Tyler Dowdy. 3-1 record, 31 1/3 innings pitched. This will be his 6th start. He's got a 3.45 ERA. Doesn't seem to be a strikeout guy. Gets a strikeout about every other inning. Dowdy listed at 6'2", 210 from Plant City, Florida. And that'll bring to the plate the leadoff man for West Alabama, the center fielder, Kyle Vogler. Vogler had a couple of knocks in game number 1. A couple of runs scored. As he gets ready to go to work here against Dowdy. Dowdy from the windup. First pitch, bottom of the strike zone for a called strike. Vogler steps in and he awaits the 0-1 pitch. That one was an off-speed pitch. Vogler out in front. Hits it foul. 0-2 the count. Dowdy leads the entire conference in innings pitched. The 0-2 pitch misses outside. He's also tied for the league in wins, as Vogler lifts that one into right field. Giving chase is Chris Johnson. He'll make the play. So Vogler will be retired. F9 for the first out of the inning.
Number 1, Peeples.
And that'll bring to the plate Colton Peeples. Colton in game 1 was able to get a hit in his last at-bat. Went 1 for 4. So the left-hander steps in against Dowdy. Shows bunt. That'll be in there for a strike. Inadvertently got the catcher's glove on the backswing right there. Just gives him a little tap. Says it was inadvertent. 1-1 to count. The 0-1 missed high. Colton, a left-handed hitter. Slightly open stance. As Dowdy delivers the 1-1, Colton hits it hard. But the first baseman, O'Shea, is there to gobble it up. That'll go down 3 unassisted. And that'll bring to the plate Jake Nemith. If my math is correct, Nemith is rocking a 10-game hit streak, and he's been safely on base every game this season. He swings at the first pitch and is going to be lifted toward the right side. Coming in is going to be the right fielder, Chris Johnson, and he'll make the play. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. As we go to the top of the second, 1-0 your score in favor of the Argos. Top of the second inning. Here in the third game of the 3-game series as the Tigers play host to the Argos of West Florida. Leading off the top of the second will be Dean Holtz. He'll be playing left field this game. Spent the first 2 games in right. Going to make a move over to left as they have some defensive switches here for the Argos in game 3. Pinball from the windup to Holtz. First pitch swing is going to be a little chopper to Kitterman. Kitterman's going to have no problem with that one. And he'll make the play easily. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's efficient. Score it 4-3. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Jack Shad. Shad, first time we've seen him this weekend. He comes in with only 13 at-bats. He's hitting .231. Shad, the left-hander. He steps in. He's in the back of the box. And I say the back of the box, he's in the back of the box. And he takes the first one for a called strike as Pinball gets ahead. Pinball hiding behind the glove to get the sign. He's got one he likes. Shad swings through that one. And quickly ahead in the count is Pinball. 0-2 with nobody aboard and 1 out. Thibodeau behind the plate. Flashes the signs. And the 0-2 offering. Just off the plate on the outside. It's a good spot to miss, 0-2. Not going to get hurt there. Middle infielders playing at the cut of the outfield grass. The 1-2 pitch struck him out. Three strikes and you're out. As Pinball gets his first K of the afternoon.
Number 35, Travis Gregory.
For the second out of the inning. And that'll bring to the plate Travis Gregory. Gregory, 11 at-bats on the year. He's hitting .091. So he hasn't played very much. Only his third start of the season is Gregory. The 1-0 pitch catches the outside corner for a called strike. One the count with nobody aboard and 2 outs. Top of the second inning. Healthy hack right there by Gregory. But he came up with nothing. As Pinball's ahead in the count 1-2. Pinball takes a look at the scoreboard just to verify. The 1-2 pitch on the way. That one missed inside. It's a good pitch right there. Up and in on the hands there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pinball shakes off the first one. Now he's got one he likes. The 2-2 pitch struck him out. 2 Ks. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left on as we go to the bottom of the second inning. West Alabama trailing 1-0. Bottom of the second inning upcoming. West Alabama trailing the Argos of West Florida. This is the third game of the 3-game series. And up to bat for West Alabama will be Braden Lyman. Lyman had a couple of knocks in the first game, a couple of RBIs to go with it. And he'll have the opportunity to step in here in the bottom of the second inning. Going against Dowdy. First pitch off speed, catches the outside corner for a called strike. Braden acknowledges that it was a good pitch. Dowdy working kind of quickly. The 0-1 pitch misses low. Braden with an even count, 1-1. He shoots that one foul over the third base dugout. 1-2 the count. Braden playing right field today. Seemed pretty excited about that opportunity. As he gets locked in and awaits the 1-2 pitch. That one's outside for a ball. Dowdy trying to stay away from him a little bit. And that evens the count at 2. As Dowdy works, the 2-2 pitch misses outside, full count. Braden's got a good at-bat going. Let's see him finish it off. as he awaits the 3-2 offering from Dowdy, the right-hander. Outside. Lyman thought it was a walk. Home plate umpire Gary Haynes says it caught the outside corner, so Lyman will go down on strikes. Strikeout looking for the first out of the inning.
Number 36, Gavin Rogers.
And that'll bring to the plate the Tiger first baseman, Gavin Rogers. Gavin had 4 hits in the first game. He was really locked in. 4 singles in 5 at-bats as he takes the first one for a called strike. The 0-1 pitch is going to be a chopper to third. Davis is going to have to wait for it to come down. Gavin out of the box. And Davis will throw him out 5-3 for the second out of the inning. Those choppers like that just seems like an eternity waiting for him to come down. And that'll bring to the plate Jonathan Thibodeau. Thibodeau had a solid day yesterday behind the plate and at the plate. Had a multi-hit game. Got the first game off today. He goes to work for his first at-bat of the afternoon. That one will find the inside corner for a called strike. (1-0) the count to the Tiger backstop. The 1-0 offering is going to be lifted into right field. And Chris Johnson will take about 2 steps to his left and make the play. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on. As we head to the top of the third inning. 1-0 your score in favor of the Argos. Welcome back to Tartt Field. We get ready to go to the top of the third inning. Leading off for the Argos will be the 9-hole hitter, Chris Johnson. And then he'll be back to the top of the stack with Jeff Coate and O'Shea to follow.
For the Argos, number 19, Chris Johnson.
Johnson come into today hitting a $196. 362 on base percentage. He's walked 10 times. First pitch from Pinball catches the bottom of the strike zone for a called strike. Nice job right there by Pinball. He had behind the glove. He gets the sign he likes and delivers the 0-1. That one's going to be lifted into center field, and Kyle Vogler take a couple shuffle steps to his left and catch the line drive for the first out of the inning.
Number 2, Trent Jeffcoat.
F8 there for Chris Johnson, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Trent Jeffcoat. Singled in his first time up, scored the only run of the game so far. As he steps in to take on Peyton Warren. Warren hits the outside corner with a called strike. Infield playing Jeffcoat straight away. Center fielder shaded to right just a little bit, and the 0-1 pitch is going to catch the outside corner for another called strike. So quickly, Pinball's got himself ahead in the count. 0-2 with 1 out here in the top of the third. The 0-2 pitch misses high and outside. Good waist pitch right there. So 1-2 count to Jeffcoat, the sophomore out of Pensacola, Florida. 1-2 pitch on the way. It's going to be a skyrocket on the infield. Kitterman waves him off, and he makes the play. So a big league pop-up, and Kitterman records the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Cullen O'Shea, the left-handed hitter there. Singled in his first plate appearance. Had 2 hits in the first game. He went 2 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. He did have a double and an RBI and a run scored. First offering from pinball right there catches the bottom of the strike zone for a called strike. So 2 outs here in the top of the third. Peyton Warren on the hill for West Alabama. And he works from the windup. The 0-1 pitch. That one's going to be lifted into center field. Kyle Vogler on his horse. Loses his lid, but he makes the play. And 1-2-3 inning for the Tigers. No runs, no hits, no errors. And none left on for the Argos. As we go to the bottom of the third, West Alabama trailing West Florida 1-0. To the bottom of the third we go. West Alabama trailing the Argos 1-0. And leading off the bottom of the third inning for the Tigers will be the designated hitter, Josh Bauer.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 15, Josh Bauer.
When he faced Chase Wilkerson back in game number 1 of the day, that's a guy that Josh has played with. I was able to confirm from the time they've been about 6 years old until they went off to college. Josh served as Wilkerson's catcher there part of the time when they were growing up. He awaits the first pitch from Dowdy and fouls that one into the screen. Big cut right there by Bauer. Dowdy gets the sign. The 0-1 pitch. That's outside. Evens the count at 1. Due up, Bauer, Kitterman, and Bullard. 7, 8, 9 for the Tigers. 1-1. That one's going to probably get wet. Bauer fouls that one off. 1-2 the count. Dowdy gets the sign. The 1-2 pitch is going to be hit sharply to Davis. He has a little hard time fielding it, but after the bobble, he's able to recover, and he fires it across the diamond to retire Bauer. 5-3 for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring to the plate Houston Kitterman. Kitterman in game 1. 0 for 3 with a walk. As he digs in here in the bottom of the third inning. That one's low. 1-0 the count to Kitterman. Kitterman's pretty particular about how he gets into the box. That back foot has to be perfect. As he kind of digs it out a little bit. 2 balls and no strikes to the right-handed hitting second baseman. Defensively playing him straight away. The 2-0 pitch. That one's going to be fouled off backward over the press box. I can hear it now. You got it. Somebody on it. And just like that, looks like Thomas Booth's the lucky winner there. The 2-1 pitch to Kitterman. A chopper to third. Davis catches it on the 2-hop. Fires it across to O'Shea for the second out of the inning. So back-to-back ground balls to the third baseman will bring up Braxton Bullard.
Up next for the Tigers, number 46, Braxton Bullard.
This is Braxton's 5th start. Limited work, but in his 13 at-bats, he's hitting .308. He's playing shortstop here in game number 2 of the afternoon. Left-handed hitting shortstop. Swings at the first pitch, and that one will find the screen. Quickly on that one is Mr. Ryan Cram. Bullard awaits the 0-1. That one misses outside. One the count. to Braxton Bullard, freshman out of Powder Springs, Georgia. The 1-1 pitch from Dowdy. Swung on and hit foul. He turned on that one. Went toward the deck there between the hitting facility and the clubhouse. And he's behind in the count 1-2. Light breeze blowing this afternoon. The 1-2 pitch. That one's outside to even the count at 2. Plate umpire Gary Haynes. Over at first is Ryan McCraney. And down at third base is Patrick McMorris. The 2-2 offering from Dowdy. Swung on and hit foul. Coach Jacoby Robinson sticks a hand out, but made no real effort to get that one. Coaching at first base is Mike Rich. Dowdy with a 2-2. That one's going to be lifted into left. Giving chase is Chris Johnson. And he makes the play. No runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left. After 3 complete, West Florida 1, West Alabama 0. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Pinball back out for his 4th inning of work. Tibbs fires it down to second. That gives everybody the sign that we're ready to rock and roll here in the 4th inning. And coming to the plate
leading off of the Argos, number 18.
For the Argos will be Alden Davis, the third baseman. Sack bunt back in the first. Davis had 1 knock, 1 for 5 there. Game number 1 of the afternoon. First pitch to Davis misses inside. 1-0 the count. Beautiful afternoon for baseball here at Tartt Field. Davis, a little chopper foul. Davis is able to put a glove on it. 1-1 the count. That ball might have gotten cut right there off the cap of the bat because Pinball looked at it and immediately threw it into the dugout. So it's either cut or got a knot on it. The 1-1 to Davis. That one's hit sharply into left. Giving chase is Colton Peeples. And he makes the play just in front of the warning track for the first out of the inning. F7 for the first out. That'll bring up Jaden Fryman. Fryman had a sac fly. Back in the first inning. Pinball from the windup. That one misses. Fryman flew out to center field. Looking at a 1-1 count with Pinball from the windup. Off speed. Gets him out on his front foot. And that'll run the count to 1-2. 1 run on 2 hits and no errors for the Argos. Zeros across the board for West Alabama through 3 innings. Peyton shakes him off. He finds one he likes, the 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be in the dirt. Evens the count at 2. Thibodeau looking into the dugout. Getting the pitch signs. The deep breath right there by Pinball. The 2-2, that's going to be lifted into center field. On his horse is Vogler. He slides. Does he make the play? Yes, he does. That's a great job right there by the center fielder. He had to come in and to his right. He slides and makes the play for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs. And that'll bring to the plate the second baseman, Preston Moore. Grounded out to Nemith in the first inning. First pitch to Moore. Catches the outside corner for a called strike. So nobody aboard and 2 out here in the top of the 4th inning. The 1-2 pitch on the way. The 0-1 pitch on the way. And that one's going to be a called strike. Pinball ahead. 0-2. The 0-2 just misses. 1-2 the count. A lot of yang from the Tiger dugout right there. They wanted the strikeout. Pinball from the windup, the 1-2. That's lifted into center field, giving chase is Vogler. He's going to settle under it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left as we head to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 your score. Bottom of the 4th inning. West Alabama getting ready to go to work, and they'll start with the top of the stack. Number 23, Kyle Vogler. He flew out to right field in his first at-bat as he gets ready to step in against the right-hander, Tyler Dowdy. Dowdy came in with a 3-1 record, 3.45 ERA, 31 1/3 innings pitched. He winds and deals. And Vogler's going to lift that one to the left side, giving chases everybody on the left side. And calling him off is Jaden Fryman, the center fielder, as he makes the play no more than 20 feet into the cut of the grass. So a long run right there by Fryman. And he'll retire Vogler. And that'll bring up the plate Colton Peeples. Peeples hit it to first base, was out 3 unassisted. On deck, Tiger third baseman Nemith, as Peeples takes the first one low for a ball. 1-0 the count. 1-0 the score in favor of the Argos here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Peeples is going to shoot that one into right, and that'll get down for a knock. Colton aboard with a base hit for the first hit of the afternoon, of the 3rd game, rather, for the Tigers. That'll bring to the plate Jake Nemeth. Nemo in game 1 was able to touch them all with a solo home run in the 3rd inning. Collected 2 hits. 11 multi-hit games for Jake this year. First pitch to Nemeth. Misses inside. 1-0 the count. Peeples aboard at first base after the single to left. Nemeth ahead in the count, 1-0. And Tiger right fielder Braden Lyman on deck. Dowdy wants to throw over to first. Peeples back pretty easily. He can get some more if he wants it. Dowdy leans in. Takes a peek over to first. Slide step to the plate. That's going to catch the inside corner for a called strike. That'll even the count at 1. A ball and a strike with 1 out and 1 aboard. Bottom of the 4th inning. West Alabama trailing 1-0. Pickoff move to first. Peeples is back. Peeples on the year, 6 for 6 in stolen base attempts, 26 for 31 for the Tigers as a team. The oops check swing right there will go to the screen. And even the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out and 1 aboard. Nemith checks the wristband that they wear as on their belt, actually, for the offensive sign. Peeples goes, hit and runs on. Peeples is going to be able to go first to third, no problem, as Nemith shoots one into right center. Peeples is going to have to get down at the plate. He's safe. That's well executed, and great base running right there. The hit and run was on. Peeples had a great jump, and Nemeth shoots it into right field. And Jacoby Robinson bringing Colden around to score from first. So the Tigers are on the board. 2 hits in the inning for West Alabama as
Up next to the Tigers, number 19.
Nemeth shoots it into the outfield, gets the RBI. And Peeples was on his horse. And was able to score all the way from first. Braden steps in with a runner aboard at second base. 1 out. Dowdy delivers, and that'll catch the bottom of the strike zone for a called strike. Braden showed bunt and pulled back. Third baseman playing even with the bag. That's Davis. The middle infielder shaded the pull a little bit. The 0-1 pitch. That one's going to be fouled off and hit right back into the screen. But Nemeth's single was able to drive in a run for West Alabama to knot this one up at 1. 1-1 the count. Braden, Land O'Lakes, Florida native. Dowdy comes set, checks on Nemeth at second, slide steps to the plate. And Lyman will shoot that one foul over the third base dugout. Lyman struck out looking in his first at-bat this game, but collected a couple RBIs and a couple hits in game number 1 today. Came in hitting .325 as he awaits the 1-2 from Dowdy. Braden continuing to battle right there as he's going to foul one off toward the Argos bullpen. Umpire wants some more baseballs. Ryan Cram happy to oblige. Awaiting on deck's Gavin Rogers with 1 out and 1 aboard. The left-handed hitting right fielder at the plate for West Alabama. Lyman's going to take a hack at that one and shoot it toward the left side. That one's going to fall foul. 1-2 the count. I'm Will Atkinson. With me, Daniel Tully. Enjoying some Tiger baseball here on the GSC Series, game number 3. The 1-2 pitch to Braden. That one's going to be lifted into left field. Going back is Holtz. He makes the play. Tagging up is Nemeth. He thinks better of it. So Lyman will fly out to F7 for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring to the plate Gavin Rogers.
Number 36, Gavin Rogers.
Gavin collected 4 hits in game number 1 today. He's got his batting average over 300 now. Came in today hitting .293. He steps in with a runner in scoring position. First pitch to Rogers. That'll be a called strike. Dowdy on the afternoon, 13 batters faced. He's given up a run on only 2 hits. Struck out one. The 1-0 pitch on the way. That was an off speed. 0-2 the count. 2 out. Runner aboard at second. That's Nemith. So good speed at second. A base hit would give the Tigers the lead. Nemith goes. And Gavin Rogers will swing through that one and strike out. So 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left for West Alabama. As we head to the top of the 5th, 1-1 your score. We head to the top of the 5th inning. 1-1 your score. As the Tigers and the Argos are in Game 3 of the 3-game series. West Florida leading off
number 24.
with Dean Holtz here. In the top of the 5th inning, the left fielder, Peyton Warren, on the hill for West Alabama as Holtz shoots that one into right. And Braden Lyman's there to make the play. F9 for Holtz for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring to the plate Jack Shadd, the designated hitter. Struck out in his first at-bat. Back in the second. Limited playing time is Shadd on the year, only 14 at-bats. Shadd, the left-hander, takes the offering from Pinball on the outside corner. It'll be ball outside the zone. So 1-0 the count with 1 out and nobody aboard. As Peyton gets the sign he likes and deals, it'll be a little 16 hopper to Houston Kitterman. Easy play right there for the second baseman. Second out of the inning.
Up next for the Argos.
That'll bring up Travis Gregory, the catcher. Struck out back in the second. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the 5th. As Gregory steps in. Gregory hitting 0-91 coming in. Takes that one on the inside corner for a called strike. Pinball and Thibodeau been on a good page all day, and they've set a good pace for themselves. The 0-1 pitch in there for a called strike. Everything going well right now for the Tigers. Everybody's cruising along. The 0-2 pitch. That one misses high. 1-2 the count to Gregory. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Pinball shakes him off. Now he's got the one he wants. The 1-2 pitch. That one missed low. That was close. Counts all even at 2. So 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on here. Top of the 5th inning. Peyton Warren, the Tiger starter, ready to deliver the 2-2 pitch. It's going to be a little chopper over to third base. Nemeth 2 shuffles and he fires it across the diamond. That's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-1 your score here. We head to the bottom of the 5th. All knotted up at 1. And West Alabama will bring to the plate Jonathan Thibodeau. He flew out to right field in his first at-bat as he awaits the final warm-up pitches from Tyler Dowdy, the right-handed starter for the Argos. Jacoby Robinson heading down to third on the jog. He's ready to direct some traffic.
Leading off the Tigers, number 47.
So Tibbs will lead it off. Multi-hit game yesterday over 1 on the afternoon so far today as he steps in against Dowdy. First pitch to Thibodeau swinging. That one's going to be lifted into right. Drifting back is going to be Chris Johnson, and he'll catch it just shy of the warning track. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll bring to the plate Josh Bauer. Bauer had a knock in game number 1. Grounded out to third base in his first at bat here. Game number 2 of the afternoon as he awaits the first pitch, which is outside for ball 1. Bauer, the junior from Headland, Alabama, awaits the 1-0 pitch. He's going to turn that one around. It'll get down for a base hit. Single into center field for Bauer. So a 1-out hit for Bauer. If I'm not mistaken, that may be the extension of what was a 9, now a 10-game hit streak right there for Bauer. And that'll bring to the plate Houston Kitterman, grounded out to third. He steps in with 1 aboard and 1 out. Dowdy sets in a slide step. Ball 1, that one's low. Kitterman on the year with 16 hits coming into today's contest. As he awaits the 1-0 offering from Dowdy. That one's going to be hit toward the Argo bullpen. Evens the count at 1, so 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out and 1 aboard. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. West Alabama fell 6-3 in second game of the series. Trying to get a win here on game number 3, the 1-1 pitch. Kitterman will shoot that one over into the parking lot. Behind in the count 1-2. For everybody keeping tabs on the littlest Benson, she made it today. She wasn't feeling it at first this morning as she was coming in, but she's got her clubhouse set up and seems to be content, enjoying a little Sunday afternoon baseball. As the 1-2 pitch misses, evens the count at 2 to Kitterman. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bauer aboard at first base. 2-2 on the way. That one's going to be shot into right for a base hit. Good job, Houston Kitterman. Back-to-back singles. And that'll bring to the plate the 9-hole hitter, Braxton Bullard.
Number 46, Braxton Bullard.
Braxton flew out to right in his first at-bat. And it looks like the Argos want to talk it over. It'll be a visit to the mound. Coming up for West Alabama, they've got a midweek game against Spring Hill and then a road trip to Christian Brothers next Saturday and Sunday. Looks like the Saturday afternoon will be the doubleheader. Sunday, the single game. Christian Brothers there in Memphis, Tennessee. That's about 4 hours from here. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you the action from Memphis. Stepping in, Braxton Bullard. He's got 2 aboard. 1 out here. Bauer aboard at second. And Kitterman at first base. Long look right there by Dowdy. The first pitch to Bullard on the way. Bullard shows bunt and pulls back. That one's going to be outside the strike zone. West Alabama's been able to put some hits together. They just haven't been able to drive in the runs needed to get the wins here this weekend. Bullard ahead in the count. 1-0, 2 aboard. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 1-0 pitch will be fouled straight back to even the count at 1. 1-1 the count with runners at first and second. Everybody checking the offensive card. It's a wristband, but most of the guys put it on their belt loop and just take a peek when they need to know what's going on. Bullard, the left-handed shortstop. Left-handed hitting shortstop, I should say. That one's going to get away from Gregory. And everybody's going to advance on the pass ball. Two-1 to count to Bullard. And a ball in the dirt. Got away from Gregory. Looked like it went right through the 5-hole. It goes to the backstop, and everybody goes up 90 feet. So 2 runners in scoring position here for the Tigers. One out, the bottom of the 5th inning. 9-hole hitter Braxton Bullard at the plate. The 2-1. That one's going to be shot into left field. That's going to score 1 for sure. It's going to score 2. Great job right there by the shortstop. 2 RBI single. That'll fire you up. As Bauer came home easily, and Kitterman was getting after it, scoring from second. On the 2 RBI single.
Up next with the Tigers, number 23, Kyle Vogler.
So 3rd hit of the inning. Plates 2, and West Alabama is on top by a score of 3-1. And that'll bring us back to the top of the stack with Kyle Vogler at the plate. First pitch to Vogler. Swung on, and that'll be hit toward the parking lot. Coach Gary Rundles calls time. Puts his arm around Vogler to discuss what I'm assuming is an offensive strategy here. He obviously wanted to impart something on him that he couldn't relay through the offensive signs. But we're ready to play now as Coach Rundles and Vogler go back to their respective spots. The 0-1 pitch on the way to Vogler. That one almost hit him. 1-1 the count. Bullard aboard at first base. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, West Alabama on top 3-1. Kyle steps in, ready to go. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Looked like a hit and run. Bullard was off with the pitch, and that one's going to be lifted into center field. Making the play will be Fryman. So Vogler flies out to the center fielder for the 2nd out of the inning. Braxton Bullard has to retreat, and that'll bring to the plate Colden Peeples. Colden singled and scored a run back in the 4th. Grounded out to the first baseman in the 1st, so he's 1 for 2 this game. The left-hander Awaits the Dowdy offering. Swung on and hit. That's going to be a base hit into right field. He's seeing it well right there. So Peeples gets a base hit into right field. Bullard's able to move up one. Fourth hit of the inning. The Tigers had plated two. And that'll bring to the plate Jake Nemith. Singled back in the fourth. Drove in a run. 1 for 2 this game. He steps in with 2 runners aboard and 2 out. Bottom of the 5th inning, the Tigers and Argos in game number 3. First pitch to Nemith. Swing and a miss. He went outside the strike zone a little bit right there. That ball was low as he checks the offensive sides. On deck is Braden Lyman for West Alabama. The 0-1 pitch. Nemeth hits that one a ton to left. Go on, ball. Get legs. Get out of here. Jake Nemeth, you can touch them all. 3-run job by the third baseman. I didn't know if it was going to have the height, but that one got legs and got out of here. Second home run of the afternoon for Nemo. And the Tigers tack on 3 more. 5th hit of the inning. As West Alabama making some big things happen here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Up next, the Tigers, number 19, Braden Lyman.
That'll bring to the plate Braden Lyman. 5 runs this inning for the Tigers. That'll push the score to 6-1. You like to see that right there. As Nemeth just squared it up. Lyman's going to lift that one into left. Settling under, it'll be Dean Holtz. F7 for the 3rd out of the inning. But West Alabama in the bottom of the 5th. 5 runs on 5 hits. No errors and nobody left. As we go to the top of the 6th, West Alabama 6, West Florida 1. Welcome back to Tartt Field. We get ready to head to the top of the 6th inning. Tiger starter Peyton Pinball Warren
For the Argos, number 19, Chris Johnson.
will go back out for his 6th inning of work. Chris Johnson, the 9-hole hitter. He's playing right field for the Argos, the left-handed hitter. He'll lead off the 6th. There will be 9-1-2. Johnson, Jeffcoat, and O'Shea. Shows bunt. He's going to try a little drag bunt. Pinball's got to hurry. Can't get the handle on it. As Chris Johnson will get aboard. To lead off the 6th inning.
Number 2, Trent Jeffcoat.
Trent Jeffcoat steps up. Digs in. Pinball credited with an error on that play. First pitch to Jeffcoat catches the outside corner. Called strike. That's a tough chance. But scored an E1. Pinball's only faced 18 batters this game. He's fanned 2. No walks so far. Only 2 hits. The 0-1 pitch. That's going to be hit to Bullard, and he's going to have to get here in a hurry. Get rid of it, son. That's just a little slow roller to shortstop. An infield base hit. Everybody moves up 90 feet. So Jeffcoat.
Up next for the Argos, number 13,
A little nubber.
Colin O'Shea.
to Bullard. I mean, it was a slow roller. Jeffcoat left-handed. He's got another extra step and a half closer to first. And with decent speed, was able to get there and beat it out. Only the second hit for the Argos. That one, the offering to Shad, lifts it into center field. Vogler makes the play. Jeffcoat will stay at first, and Gregory will tag and go to third. So O'Shea flies out to the center fielder for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring to the plate Davis. Runners at the corner.
Up next for the Argos. Number 18.
Looks like
Davis.
Thibodeau wants to talk it over with Pinball, as does pitching coach Brock Ward. Movement in both bullpens, as Pinball's pitched 5 1/3. I guarantee you he's wanting to stay out there, at least finish this inning. But he's pitched a solid 5 1/3 thus far, scattering 3 hits and a run, striking out 2. Been in command of the strike zone pretty much the whole day. He's given his defense a chance to make some plays, and they've made them for him. Brock Ward seems satisfied with the conversation. Thibodeau heads back behind the plate. He'll give the signs for the first and third. And stepping into the plate will be the right-handed hitting third baseman, Alden Davis. Sack bunt back in the first, flew out in the fourth. And he steps in with runners at the corners. Johnson aboard at third. Jeffcoat at first. First pitch to Davis. Jeffcoat takes off. Goes to second. Thibodeau fakes the throw, just fires it back to Pinball, trying to draw him off at third. So runners at second and third. Scoring position for the Argos. With Davis up, 1 out. From the stretch, that's going to be hit sharply through the right side. Lyman's going to come up, make a play on it, but that'll play to run. So the error comes in to score as Davis shoots one through the right side.
Up next for the Argos.
Jeffcoat cruises into third. So second hit of the inning for the Argos. And that'll bring to the plate Jaden Fryman. 0 for 1 with a sac fly. Back in the first. Fryman, the freshman from Pensacola, Florida. He steps in with 1 out and runners at the corners. West Alabama on top, 6-2. Peyton takes a look over to first. Sets and deals. Swing and a miss right there by Fryman. As Pinball gets himself ahead in the count 0-1. West Alabama scored 5 back in the 5th. So all 6 Tiger runs in the last 2 innings. Pinball picks off to first. And Davis is back. Great day for baseball here in Livingston. West Alabama leading the Argos 6-2. Pinball decides to throw over again. West Florida came in ranked 21 in the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association top 25 and 27 in the Collegiate Baseball top 30. They're leading the league right now. West Alabama is giving them all they want right now. Pinball sets. The 0-1 pitch, curveball called strike. It's a nice pitch right there. As Fryman froze up a little bit right there. Falls behind in the count 0-2. 2 aboard. He got runners at the corners. 1 out. Double play depth in the middle. Pinball sets at the chin. Delivers. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Pretty good spot to miss. He had Fryman flinch it a little bit, but he didn't pull the trigger. A ball and 2 strikes to the Argos center fielder. Pinball sets. Slide step and deals. The 1-2 is going to be fouled off toward the parking lot. Jeff Cote aboard at third after the infield single. Davis aboard at first base after the single to right. One-two count to the right-handed hitting center fielder. Warren gets the sign he likes, slide step and delivers. That one's off the glove of Thibodeau. That'll be outside the strike zone for a ball. So 2-2 the count. 1 out. Top of the 6th inning with West Alabama on top 6-2. Peyton Warren got the start today. He's pitched 5 1/3. Scattered 4 hits. He leans in, takes a look at first. He's ready to deliver. Runner goes. A little chopper foul. So the 2-2 pitch will do it again. Davis took off. And Fryman chops it foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. With 1 out here. Top of the 6th inning. 2-2 pitch swung on. Pinball struck him out. Nice job. The K will be the 2nd out of the inning. And that'll bring to the plate Preston Moore.
Up next for the Argos, number 14.
Moore was 1 for 4 in game number 1 of the day. He had a double. Hitless in his 2 plate appearances here in game number 2. 1st and 3rd, Tibbs steps out, gives the signs so everybody knows what's going on. I've seen him this year with 1st and 3rd, especially with a little bit of a lead. Would not be uncommon if they decided to run that Tibbs might just throw through trying to get the out. Pinball leans in, gets the sign, looks to first. Pitch on the way. That one's hit sharply into right, and Braden Lyman's going to have to try to cut it off. That's going to plate 1 for sure. That one's down in the corner. They're going to try to score 2. Kitterman's got it. He's going to throw to third. So a triple for Preston Moore. That'll plate 2 RBI. As Davis was able to score from first. And Jeff Cote came in easily from third, so another hit and 2 more runs.
For the Argos, number 9.
3 runs this inning for the Argos, and that'll bring up. Looks like they're going to go with a pinch hitter, Mark Townsend. Townsend, we've seen him play. He played center field. So he steps in with 1 aboard and 2 out. That one misses low for a ball. So a 2-out hit that plated 2. That one missed outside. That pitch looked pretty good right there. I know that's one that Pinball wants to have. 0-2 the count to Townsend, the left-handed pinch hitter. That one misses out of the zone. 3-0 to Townsend. On deck, Jack Shad. Grounded out to second base. 6-4 your score. West Alabama on top. A 4-pitch walk to the pinch hitter, Townsend. And that'll bring to the plate
The Argos, number 12, Jack Shad.
the designated hitter, Shad. Runners at the corners. So far this inning, 3 runs on 3 hits. And West Alabama had an error. And Brock Ward, I think that's going to do it for Pinball. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get it all sorted out. 6-4 your score here in the top of the 6th. West Alabama's on top. The Tigers are going to go to the bullpen. They'll call on the right-hander, 21, Mason Hollander, senior out of Tuscumbia. Made an appearance in Game 1 today. He'll go to work here in the top of the 6th inning. With runners at the corners and 2 outs. And first up for Hollander will be Jack Shad, the designated hitter. 3 runs plated by the Argos so far this inning. As Hollander sets below the belt, peeks on him at first, slide step, runner goes. And Shad will foul that one off. And we'll reset and do it again. 0-1 the count to Shad. Aboard at first base. Mark Townsend, he drew the walk. He was off with the pitch on the first offering to Shad. It's Hollander. He's going to work from the stretch here. Fires over to first. And Townsend's back easily. Tigers got a 2-run lead after scoring 5 in the 5th. Hollander to the plate. Off speed. Catches the outside corner for a called strike. 0-2 for Hollander. Runners at first and third. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. This would be a big out. The Tigers can record it. Hollander leans in. Takes a peek over at first on Townsend. The 0-2 on the way, and Townsend goes. Thibodeau's going to throw through. Is he out? Got him! Caught stealing. Tibbs threw him out. And that'll end the inning. 3 runs on 3 hits and error. And the Argos strand one as West Alabama heads to the bottom of the 6th inning, leading 6-4. The Argos are going to go to the bullpen. They'll go with the right-hander, 6'2", 195 sophomore from Madison, Florida. That's Dylan Lawson. Lawson on the year, 15 2/3 innings pitched, an 0.57 ERA, and he's held opponents to a 143 batting average. But he's going to have to deal with Gavin Rogers here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Rogers. Catches the bottom of the strike zone for a called strike. 57-footer. Hits Prezina. So some defensive changes for the Argos. Prezina's back behind the dish, it looks like. As Rogers hits one over to second base, Preston Moore will make the play for the first out of the inning. Gavin Rogers is retired 4-3. And that'll bring to the plate
Number 47,
Jonathan Thibodeau. Thibodeau takes the first offering from Lawson for a called strike. Thibodeau cuts down the would-be base stealer to end the top half of the inning. A great job right there, and kind of alluded to it. That's kind of, with a lead, the Tigers have thrown through on several occasions this year. It works out for them as Thibodeau fires it down and cuts it down. The 1-2 pitch is fisted toward third base, but the umpire calls foul ball. Thibodeau got kind of crossed up there, got it in on his hands, and then tripped up at the plate. Must have hit him in the foot. Third base umpire was right on top of that. That's Patrick McMorris. 6-4 the score. Bottom of the sixth inning. West Alabama leading 6-4. In game 3 of the 3-game series. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Thibodeau will go down on strikes for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring to the plate Josh Bauer. Bauer singled and scored.
Next for the Tigers, number 15, Josh Bauer.
Back in the fifth inning. Bauer came in today hitting .372 and tied for the team lead in hits with 32 and doubles as he takes the first one outside for a ball. Lawson, the right-handed reliever, delivers. Bauer is going to hit it to the right side. And I couldn't tell if it went under the glove or off the glove of Preston Moore.
Next up is the Tigers, number 10, Houston Kitterman.
Looks like that one got through on a clean base hit. Bringing to the plate.
Pinch running for the Tigers, number 43, Sam Smith.
Houston Kitterman. Sam Smith is going to pinch run for the Tigers. Kitterman to the plate with 2 out and 1 aboard. Swinging at the first pitch, that one will be chopped foul toward the third base dugout. Oh, 1 to count to Kitterman. Sam Smith pinch running at first base. Josh Bauer was lifted for the pinch runner. Lawson picks to first. Smith back easily. He can get a little more if he wants it. Dylan Lawson in relief here for the Argos. The 0-1 pitch. Called strike. Oh, 2 the count to the Tigers' second baseman. Sam Smith at first base as the pinch runner. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. Kitterman struck out for the third out of the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. And the Tigers strand one as we head to the top of the 7th. West Alabama on top 6-4. We go to the top of the 7th. West Alabama leading the Argos 6-4. In this third game of the 3-game series. In for
leading off of the Argos, number 12.
Coming back out for some more work. On the hill for West Alabama will be number 21, Mason Hollander. He came in and was able to get the out called stealing. So back to the plate is Jack Shadd. Called strike on the outside corner. Shadd was at bat when Thibodeau caught the would-be base stealer. So he's back up with a fresh count. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike number 2. There's a big hack right there for Shadd. Shadd, a junior from Marietta, Georgia. Transferred from Tennessee Tech. Hollander with the 0-2 pitch. That's outside for a ball. Shadd, the left-handed hitter, doing the DHing this game. Hollander sets at the belt. The 1-2 pitch on the way, a little chopper to Kitterman. All he's got to do is wait for it to pop up into the glove, and he throws him out 4-3. So a ground ball out for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring to the plate Prezina. He replaced Gregory defensively.
The Argos, number 16, Josh Prezina.
Yeah, Prezina came in and replaced Gregory, so he'll step in to face Hollander. Prezina lifts the first offering into left center. Back at the warning track is going. Kyle Vogler back to the track. He jumps, and he makes the play. Vogler pulled back at what would have been a home run as Prezina put a charge in it. Vogler had a beat on it all the way, and he jumps right at about the 4:05 mark and pulls a would-be home run back. That's a great play right there by the Tigers center fielder for the second out of the inning. That's a long run right there for Kyle Vogler as he was playing straight away, and he goes into the left center gap, jumps up at the wall and brings it back. Up to the plate, Chris Johnson, the right fielder, takes the first one on the outside corner for a called strike. That ball definitely had a chance to get out of there, and Vogler robs the home run. Hollander quickly ahead 0-2 to the left-handed hitting right fielder. As you can sense a little charge right here that West Alabama is going to have an opportunity to get this one. The 0-2 pitch. That one's in the dirt and blocked up by Thibodeau. Little check swing, but he didn't go. Hollander's got a lot of options right here. He's ahead in the count 1-2 with nobody aboard and 2 outs and a 2-run lead. Hollander gets the sign he likes. Wind up and deals. That one's low. 2-2 the count, so 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on here in the top of the 7th inning with West Alabama leading by 2 after a great defensive play by Kyle Vogler in center field to rob a home run. The 2-2 pitch missed inside, so after falling behind in the count 0-2, Johnson's worked his way to a full count. So a big pitch on the way here for Hollander. Hollander and Thibodeau, they're on the same page. The 3-2 pitch on the way. That was a walk. That was outside. Thibodeau wanted that one. You can sense the frustration right there. Coach Brock Ward.
Number 2, Trent Jeffcoat.
And that'll bring the potential tying run to the plate as Jeffcoat steps in. 2 for 3 this game. 2 singles and 2 runs scored. As it looked like Hollander ready to deliver. Jeffcoat shows bunt. Pulls back and it catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Really think Hollander thought that Johnson was going to be rung up on strikes, and I think most everybody here wearing red and white thought the same. But he draws the walk, and he's aboard here with 2 outs. The 0-1 to Jeffcoat. Kitterman's going to come up, get the 2-hopper, throw it over to first to record the out. 4-3. And that'll do it for the game. West Alabama will win that one 6-4 in Game 3. What a great job right there to get the final game of the series. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up. We'll let you know what's coming up. But the happy final here, 6-4. Welcome back to Tartt Field. Happy final in Game 3. 6-4 as the Tigers defeat the Argos. That's only the second loss in conference play for West Florida. You'd love to have gotten the series, but they get a win here in game number 3. Pinball will get the win. Tyler Dowdy will be saddled with the loss, and Mason Hollander will get the save for the Tigers. Offensive notables. Colton Peeples went 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Jake Nemith, 2 for 3 with a run scored and 4 RBIs and an absolute bomb for his second home run of the afternoon. And Josh Bauer, 2 for 3 with a run scored as well. The line on Pinball today, 5 2/3 innings pitched. He gave up 4 runs on 5 hits. He only walked 1 and struck out 3. He faced 24 batters. Pretty academic. He had 9 flyouts and 5 ground outs. Hollander came in with a save. He pitched an inning and a third. No runs on no hits. He walked 1. He only faced 4 batters. But he got in there and got the job done. So West Alabama will win game 3 of the series. They've got a midweek game against Spring Hill on Wednesday. And then next weekend, they'll travel to Christian Brothers in Memphis for the GSC series. I greatly appreciate everyone tuning in today, checking out the doubleheader. It was an awesome day for baseball. West Alabama gets the split today. My name's Will Atkinson. For my man Daniel Tully on the YouTube live stream, we appreciate you. Have a safe drive home. Good evening, and go Tigers.